Hello, I hope everyone is well. I just wanted to talk for a little bit. I'll try to keep this short. I wanted to say that I appreciate that so many people have decided that they're gonna commit to learning about racism and the Black experience and everything. I think that's wonderful. I pray that you'll make it a lifetime commitment. It's been really something, to be quite honest, to witness all of these things happen and to have them happen to yourself and to have, a hashtag created around them and for people to get angry for a little bit and then forget. And I don't know exactly what it is about George Floyd's death, specifically, that it has caused so many people to get up in arms and everything. It's different. I haven't seen people commit in this way, or at least say that they're committing. Bear with me. I have aligners and they make it kind of difficult to talk and everything. But yeah. So I do hope that it's a lifetime thing. It's been something living as a Black person for all of this time and everything. It's exhausting. I'm very glad that I'm Black, but I'm not glad that I have to be Black in this world, if you will. Having said that, I actually wanted to talk about this TV show called Hollywood. And it's this show that's set in the 50s, and it talks a lot about race and everything, and a little bit about, sexuality that exists outside of, the normal straight gay thing and all that, and about representation in Hollywood. I wanted to talk about why this show is extremely unhelpful in the talk about race. The show, huge spoilers, by the way, so if you want to watch the show, stop listening and just watch the show and then come back to this video. The show centers around this Black writer and this Black actress. The Black writer has written this amazing script that he wants to send to the studio and have them produce. And the Black actress just wants a good role for once. She doesn't want to have to play the maid. The writer eventually gets the script greenlit and everything. He's very excited. There's this, this big push to get roles in the movie, which is called Peg at first, and is about a white actress. The Black actress said, "I think I could be great for blah blah blah." Eventually, the film is greenlit, and it's changed to Meg. And this is a big thing because it's the first Black script at this particular studio and everything. So the Black writer is ecstatic. The Black actress eventually gets the role, as I said before, and she's ecstatic. It's this big thing. They talk about how there's racism surrounding it and everything, and how people will boycott, people will be very angry, the business will go under, we'll lose everything, blah blah blah, and everything. But everyone at the entire studio, this huge studio, could be friggin' MGM or Fox or whatever. Everyone at this ginormous studio is gung-ho about it. They're all like, "I'm gonna lay down my life for this film. We're gonna get this film made. If it's the last thing I do, it will be my dying wish to get this thing done." So this is the 50s, by the way. I think I said that before. This is the 50s, and absolutely everyone at the studio is like, "I'm gonna fucking get this movie made no matter what. I'm gonna risk my life and my career and my well-being in general to get this movie made, because it has to be made and everything. Then they start to make the film. It's going well. There are a few hiccups, as in any film, and every time there's a conflict, or every time a conflict is introduced, it never comes into fruition at any point. Actually, at not a single point, actually. There are no consequences for anything in the show, good or bad. Bad. There are no bad consequences in the show at all. And they also talk about sexual abuse a bit, in which one of the agents has been sexually abusing his clients for a really long time, basically saying, like, you have to let me go down on you or else you're fired, and like your career's over, I'm not going to represent you and everything. And so, being desperate, they do it. They let him do it and everything. They touch on that for a little bit, but towards the end of the show, at one point he apologizes, and then that's it. Oh, and also they make him out to be a savior for the show. And that's what I meant by, when there's conflict, it doesn't actually follow through, because there was a point when, like, some photographer was going to leak something that could be possibly detrimental to one of the actors' careers and everything, and they call the abuser, and the abuser's like, I got a handle, and he calls in the mob, and the mob handles it and everything, and he's like this big savior for the studio and everything. But yeah, my biggest thing about the show is the fact that it's a white savior show. The show, I can't even talk, I'm sorry. It's centered around race. And there are only 3 black people in the entire cast. 2 main characters. One other character who happens to be half Filipino, white passing, Darren Criss, and then one Asian American character, or Asian character, and everything. But again, it focuses on only 2 black characters, along with all of the other white main characters in the show. And it makes no sense. It isn't in any way believable that at this ginormous studio, full of white people, everybody's white except for the black writer and the black actress and this other black actress who comes in and out sporadically, played by Queen Latifah. It makes no sense that all of those people would lay down their lives for the fucking show, for the fucking film, and still not hire any black people to work at this particular studio as an actor or anything else. It makes no sense that none of these conflicts ever came to fruition. That you come across one bad phone call and that's it throughout the show. It makes no sense that every single person that these people met was all for the fucking film to be made. This is not reality. And then, near the end of the show, or actually at the end of the show, on the last episode, when they're showing the film, the narrator has the audacity to say that at first there was a bunch of racism surrounding this, and people were boycotting it, and the KKK was saying that they would hurt people and everything, but then when they saw the film, all of that dissipated. It's white savior bullshit. It makes no sense whatsoever. It is not at all realistic. Here's the thing, racism is incredibly nuanced. So even though there were some people back in the day who were willing to put their lives on the line to end racism, there were more people who were just concerned about their own lives. Like, even if they thought that it was wrong, they're still going to be hesitant about going forward with such a project. And there's going to be many people who are going to say, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to risk my livelihood. I'm not going to risk my social status. I'm not going to risk my place in this world. And that's the truth for so many white Americans back then and now. So it's infuriating, actually, the way that they have the audacity to touch on race, but to never actually go into it about like why racism exists in the first place in this country and in the world, about how it actually affects Black people. It doesn't go into it really at all. It's audacious and it's insulting, in my opinion, to have to watch this shit. Excuse my French. If anything, I would think that if they were really going to do something productive about race in the 50s, then they would have made a show that followed a bunch of Black actors and showed their experiences trying to make it in Hollywood, and just trying to make films and to do art that they loved in the 50s in Hollywood. That would have given people a view, if you will, into the lives of Black people during those times and everything. And instead we got this thing that was too scared to actually delve into racism in any way fully, and wanted to portray white people as these logical and lovely and kind and non-racist people. And in reality, it's not about, whether or not they're good or bad, but racism exists. And it has created all of us the way that we are now. And that has to be known. I hope that what I've said has made sense and hasn't been too long-winded. Sorry if this is a long video. It's a free country. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to. Hope everyone is doing well, and have a good night.